When you're a rookie quarterback, expectations are not very high. Even if you were a highly drafted quarterback, the reality is, even if you come in and suck right away, most people are going to say, hey, it's 1 year. Zach Wilson was a complete mess in year one, and he still got another year. Basically, unless you have a Josh Rosen type season, people are going to be pretty forgiving. But you hope that you have a quarterback who shows some flashes. That's what you're hoping to see happen. Show that you can be the guy at times. CJ Stroud had a very different experience than your average rookie quarterback. He got MVP votes as a rookie. So I think for me, the question is not, can he be successful? He already is successful. To me, the question is, how good can a guy like him get? Because we have seen other quarterbacks come in and be great right away, like Justin Herbert, but it's not that common. And so I want to make a video discussing what he does so well and how high of a ceiling does he have. Real quick, just stepping in to remind everyone that I have a movie channel. Check out my movie channel if you want. It's Jackson Kruger Movies. The link is in the description below, so if you're tired of just hearing my bad sports takes and want to also hear some bad movie takes, make sure you check that out. Again, link is in the description below. So first, let's start off with a play like this, where it's going to be a go route here or really a deep shot in a one-on-one matchup. Nico Collins is the guy running the route, and this is just something that him and Collins had a pretty good job of doing together. Look at how when this play begins, you're going to see Stroud's, hey, one-on-one matchup down the field. I'm going to take that chance. Fires it down the field. And for Collins, he's given Stroud a window. But this is what I like about CJ Stroud. You could sit here and say, hey, there were times when the situation was easy. And that's fair. I mean, play like this. This is a window. This doesn't always happen. Collins is getting pretty open. You don't usually get this open on these types of plays. But watch where Stroud puts this football. This throw is right on the money to where Collins is able to keep running at a top speed. He doesn't have to lay out for it, but he also doesn't have to come back for it. He's able to break a tackle and get a touchdown there. It's very easy to sit here and call that a Nico Collins highlight reel level play. And it certainly is a Nico Collins highlight reel level play, but it's also a CJ Stroud highlight reel level play, and Stroud helped Collins get to that highlight reel level play. Okay, I'm going to stop saying highlight reel level play. Let's move on to another one. Like something like this is another real example of what he can do so well. It's funny because this is what was kind of considered a negative for him coming out of college, which has turned into a massive positive here at the NFL level. First, the play concept itself. It's going to be zone coverage, but it's a cover 3 zone blitz that the Colts are running. So they're going to send 5 guys towards the quarterback. That is the route that CJ Stroud is going to look towards on this play. So, okay, that's the way this concept works. It's once again Nico Collins that Stroud is going to look towards. Well, rightfully so. Nico Collins is really good. Stroud takes the snap, and right off the bat, there is pretty quick pressure. So Stroud actually likes to throw down the field, but he's in trouble. And his biggest weakness coming out of college was he struggled when he was getting pressure up the middle. Like he legitimately did. That was definitely something that we kind of all agreed on. Like that was his biggest issue in college. But here's what makes evaluating quarterbacks so difficult is you can get better at things, and you can go from struggling in these moments and throwing the ball way off from where you wanted to throw it to being able to do something like this. You're going to see that he throws it. They're able to get a completion right there. It's just really good stuff from Stroud. Like this is what he's able to do. I also think this is a really good aspect of his game. So it's going to be zone coverage. It's actually now a 3-man rush. So we're going, from a 5-man rush to a 3-man rush, but still, there could be a window to make this throw. Stroud takes the snap. He's going to look in that direction, and he sees right here that it looks like the window actually is about to get open, but it isn't open yet, and so Stroud is not in the throwing motion yet. But watch Stroud, and what I want you to see is how quick he gets rid of the football. Look, it's in an instant, right? I mean, the throwing motion is so quick. This is one of the things I loved about him coming out of college, and it's a real underrated aspect of being an NFL player is having that quick release. Because, I mean, let's just be honest, like it gives you extra time to make your decision. Not to mention if you're under pressure, you can kind of, if you have to realize, oh, I had less time than I thought, you can get the ball out in a more clean manner than you can if you have a longer release. Like that stuff really matters, and even though it seems like it shouldn't matter that much, it's just a tenth of a second. A tenth of a second can mean everything. It also helps that he timed that play really well and threw an accurate pass. Yeah, all that stuff, very good. And then there's just like the great plays that he makes, like something like this. It's going to be a one-on-one matchup on the outside. That's the way this play is designed to work. And when Stroud takes the snap, that's where he's going to look on this 3rd down and 4. He fires one up and is throwing it to a spot that he believes, Collins is going to get towards. And, the chemistry that him and Collins had was really impressive in its own right. And as you see, really a pinpoint accurate throw, really good catch as well. But it's great football by him and Collins. And this is just what the Texans were bringing to the table consistently last year. It's why they won a playoff game last year, was this connection. And then there's the absurd plays, something like this where, pre-snap, I'm not even going to break down the play because that's not really what's important here. Just when the play begins, he's going to look down the field and doesn't love what he sees. The first option isn't going so great, so with 32 seconds left in the half, he's going to try and see if he can figure something else out. Stroud does that. He's going to scramble outside the pocket, and right here, he's, again, under pressure. Still getting his feet planted, though, doing what he can to make sure he can get an accurate throw off. He does get the throw off, and you look down here, okay, there's a window, but I mean, not a huge one this far down the field under pressure. This is not a play that has success written all over it. But it does end in success. I mean, that's a superstar level play. These are the types of plays that makes you say, okay, this isn't just a good quarterback. This is a special quarterback. Do I think Stroud's ceiling is a guy who can win a Super Bowl or an MVP? I really do. I think he has that potential in him. I think there's still some small things he can improve upon in his game and get a little bit more consistent at certain things. But honestly, he's really good. Watching his tape, it's really shocking how fantastic he is. And outside of maybe the elite of the elite guys, there's not really anyone else who's better than him. So definitely he's someone who I could see being a really good quarterback for some time now. And again, with a better receiving core, Tank Dell hopefully healthy this year, Stephon Diggs, this could be the year. I think it's kind of crazy that I don't feel like people are really talking about Stroud as a potential MVP candidate this year. But again, Mahomes is always going to be the favorite because he's Mahomes. But Stroud certainly has an opportunity here. So I think he's really good. And I think that this Texans offense could be really fun to watch next year. This Texans team could be really fun to watch next year. So we'll see if he continues to grow. I do think the one thing you could say is could this be a Justin Herbert situation where Justin Herbert kind of entered the league as a top 10 quarterback and then I think has kind of consistently been the 7th best quarterback in football. And so you're kind of you were hoping he would be, if you're a Chargers fan, an MVP candidate, a Super Bowl winner. Granted, Chargers have really struggled to get a team around Herbert. I think that the Texans have done a better job at getting a team around Stroud. So that's kind of a key difference here. But, it is fair to say just because you entered a league great doesn't mean you're only going to continue to get better. But there certainly is reason to believe you could continue to get better in the case of CJ Stroud. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And, of course, as always, thanks for watching.